comes one kid from Texas with nothing but a wheel and a dream and lots of W. They told me not to send it, so I sent it even harder. Catch the chaos live, every race, every single lap. I'm here to push it to the limit. Join the ride.
We're back. I'm sorry for the lateness. We are a little late here. My name's Wesley. I'm your host, and sitting next to me is not Kazu. It is actually Ethan Goth.
It is me, Ethan Goth. Most of y'all viewers should know me. I'm on most of these streams, but I was not here. Yeah, I'm here most of the streams. I was not here last week. I was having Valentine's Day with my girlfriend in Houston. And I miss her very much. I wish she could be here with me right now.
Well, going on from there, we're back. We're once again underway. We're back again at Charlotte. We have only 3 drivers today, but we do have a special guest making that 3rd appearance. Today is going to be Mr. Rick Allen. That's right, we have the TexSEF Commissioner making his debut here in the TexSEF iRacing League for the Spring 2026 season. So we're going to go ahead and hop into the live. We're going to get underway here in just 2 seconds.
I take it Grapevine 92 is coach.
That would be himself, yes sir. That is our Mr. Rick Allen, the Grapevine of class 1992. So very seasoned veteran here in the iRacing community. He's been racing for quite a while under the name Richard Allen. He's our man, he's our myth, the legend here. We're getting everything going here. We're just running a little behind. Sorry for the delay. That is Rick starting about a half a lap back just to give the main fight to Mr. Dylan and Matt. We're going to try and see if we can get him to get into the big fight here. We're going to give him the all go ahead here to let him have all the fun he can to fight. We have Bridgepoint, we have Lubbock, and we have the man, the myth, the legend, the TexSEF Commissioner. We were going to try and get you a little bit of the qualifying going here, but we were just a bit late on starting stream here. But that is okay. We can always go on from there.
These are some very interesting looking cars. I'm pretty sure I've commented on this before, but my memory is a bit foggy with just how bare minimum they look. Look like little rockets.
That is all right. Green flag is underway. According to iRacing, we are green. Rick starting a little bit further back than where we'd really kind of put him right on the tail of him. But that is Bridgepoint taking home the first place here. That is Lubbock with a black flag. We're not really sure what happened there. Nope. May have been passing before the start finish there. Not sure.
I have no idea what a black flag is. I don't know. I actually don't know what the different colors. I've done this like 8 times now, and I have no idea if I know the checkered flag. That I hope I know what that one means.
Well, I would hope you also know what the green flag is as well here.
That means start, I'd assume.
All right, so I'll explain to you the different flags here that we get underway. You have different flags. You have, of course, the green flag that tells you to start. You have a yellow flag that tells you there's a caution ahead. Usually for road course racing, it's really just an area caution for that sector. So if they're waving in sector 1, don't pass here. You're going to have to back off from whoever you're fighting and kind of ease off the throttle there and see where the accident is to avoid it, especially if it's on track. You have something called a red flag. A red flag completely stops the entire session. There's usually that's reserved for a giant accident. You don't get that in iRacing because you can just hop out the car and it despawns your car out on track. But in real life, you have a red flag, which halts the entire session. And it's usually because there's a giant wreck. You see it sometimes in NASCAR. It can be a giant wreck. It could be even a weather phenomenon, something. That's Lubbock now diving into the pit lane. That's Rick making the pass for the lead here, leaving Ridgepoint in the dust. That's
Wow,
Rick,
but
absolutely
Rick
cooking
just
through the turn.
Rick's like, what is the road? I don't need no road.
Absolutely not. He's taking that thing off road.
Why follow the curves when I can cut through the grass?
Apparently, we're not sure what he's doing there, but he's going to recover a little bit, maybe try and get back into that fight here. We're going to see his exhibition race here. He's not here fighting for points. He's just here for some fun.
Yeah.
Kind of like what a lot of people in Daytona 500 do, like we saw last week. I also raced there for the Daytona 250 and the Collegiate iRacing League. That was a lot of fun. Rick going a little wide there off that point. That is Ridgepoint now off by himself after Rick's really bad braking point. Not really sure what he was doing there, so he's going to recover after that race with 32.5 minutes to go. But yes, I was racing in the Daytona 250. I also raced in the Daytona 500 event. It was a little bit of fun. I got wrecked out, unfortunately.
Now I'm going to take a wild shot in the dark and say that the number is the length of the track.
No. So the number is the amount of miles you travel on the track. So Daytona 500 is meaning you are traveling 500 miles in the total distance in Daytona. So for Daytona, since it's such a big track, you go 200 laps for 500 miles. I'll let you do the math on that one.
So wait, 200 laps for 500 miles?
Yes, you do 200 laps, and that equals to 500 miles at Daytona because of how large that track is.
So that means that 20 laps is 50 miles.
Yes.
So every lap is 2.5 miles.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Every lap is 2.5 miles. So for doing the Daytona 250 for the Collegiate iRacing League, that means I did 100 laps.
Oh, wow.
So that's only a couple hours. Usually the Daytona 500, you're there for a while. You're there for probably 4 or 5 hours of doing nothing but just turning left.
I like how you're like, it's only a couple hours of turning left.
Oh yeah, you get used to it after a while. You know, I've done several years of endurance racing. So I've done the Daytona 24 hours, the Le Mans 24 hours. I've done Sebring. I've done the 12 hours of Bathurst. I've done pretty much all the endurance racing that you can do across my years of sim racing. You know, I've been doing this for about a decade now. As a 20-year-old, you know, I'm an unk.
Oh wow.
At this point, so I've been doing this
20?
since I was probably 10 years old,
Okay,
if that.
girl.
I probably I don't know if we can say that one on stream.
What? No, everything's fine. It's a meme online. You haven't heard it?
Oh no, I'm not a chronic meme guy on the internet these days.
That's my bad.
I'm not really caught up on the whole shebang here.
Oh, okay.
The last things I remember was Vine being a
Vine.
huge thing. That was a lot of years ago. That was 10 years ago now.
Patricia.
Vine was about 2016, 2017 when it shut down for Musical.ly.
Yeah.
And that's really where I mainly stopped paying attention. I may have picked up a little bit back in 2021, but I don't understand what these new kids are on about that whole 6-7 thing. I don't get that. No, don't do that.
I couldn't tell you what it means.
I don't know.
I think the funny part of it is there is no meaning.
Oh Lord, so it's just brain rot of this new generation, you know.
I'm trying to think of what it was for our generation. It looks like Lubbock is starting to fall behind a bit.
That is
they're already a whole lap behind.
That is probably partially due to that black flag that happened lap 1, which is really unfortunate to see. But Rick now 11 seconds back in the pit lane, now a lap down. Uh-oh. Not sure what happened
Dylan
there.
is like, wow, he's beating the old man. God bless you, sir.
Thank you. Just had to let out a sneeze. I won't damage your ears, chat. Don't worry.
You know, Mike has this thing whenever we sneeze where he'll say, "Bless you." Oh wow, that is a spin out. Oh wow. Oh, but he just keeps on going.
Just a skill move there. He's celebrating.
He's showing off. He's showing off. He's like, man, these guys will never catch up to me. And then he spins.
Man, that was crazy.
Mike has this thing whenever we sneeze, where he'll say "bless you," and then you'll say "thank you," and then he'll respond with "don't let it happen again."
Just to let y'all know, Mike is a part of the Rainbow Six Siege team, so he's a sieger.
He's also on our Marvel Rivals team.
That is true. He is on the Marvel Rebels team now. He's making his debut here soon on that part. Speaking of Marvel Rivals and Rainbow Six Siege, well, TexSEF has those teams. You know, they
Yes,
have those conferences, which is really cool to hear.
because they have what, Smash Bros, Overwatch, iRacing, uh, Marvel Rivals, uh, Rainbow Six Siege.
Hey, they have
I would
almost.
assume Valorant.
Yes, they do have Valorant. That is what the captain of the Marvel Rivals team was originally recruited here for from
Oh,
TexSEF. Mr. Angel Olvera was here because of Valorant.
oh,
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. You know, TexSEF does have Overwatch, Rocket League, League of Legends, Street Fighter, Tekken, Smash
Street
Bros.
Fighter?
Yes, they do have Street Fighter.
Wow.
That's a callback for
Yeah,
sure. That's from even before my
that's
time. That's
before.
from
Yeah, I'm like,
Ridgepoint just now having a little fun coming into the Apex here. That
oh,
is,
but it looks like
ooh, big contact to the wall in the
oh,
back. That is Mr. Rick Allen slamming into that wall. But yes, they do have all these different games and chess, believe it or not.
yes,
You
oh,
know,
yeah, chess.
if it's a competitive game, 9 times out of 10, TexSEF is going to have it. If it's not, I will give you $1. Maybe not $1.
Minecraft Bed Wars.
Okay, maybe they don't have that one.
Alright, you owe me $1 now, I guess.
Well, we didn't shake on it, so we'll talk after stream on that. But 9 times out of 10, if it's a competitive game, it's going to be with TexSEF. If not, you can submit a request and you can get interested and get us notified. Get us notified. I'm sorry, about the game, and we can try and work you in and get you in. You know, TexSEF is a very open organization. TexSEF being the Texas Scholastic Esports Federation. You know, it's a non-profit ran by teachers for students, so it gives students the ability and the chance. That's Rick going a little bit wide, but gives you the chance and the ability at an affordable, accessible rate to let us know and get your name out there for esports. You know, it's not as big as football and it's not as big as basketball, but we're up there. You know, so visit us at www.texsef.org. One more time, that's www.texsef.org. Reach out to us and let us know about what your chance is, what you want, and we'll see about getting you in. But back to the race about getting in. That is Grapevine 92, Mr. Richard Allen, absolutely sending. We're going to see if he taps that wall again in that pitch black F1600. That's Ridgepoint now sitting in the lower quarter there, probably doing his little signature
donuts.
spin there. He's just having fun. You know, there's 25 and a half minutes here, so this is more of an exhibition race at this point between the 3 drivers. I'm going to take a look back here at Lubbock and see what's going on back here. And that is Lubbock now just tossing it through the infield, getting through, trying to get his lap back and try and catch up to the Grapevine car. Cooking a little bit, taking a really narrow line coming back onto the oval section here. Tossing it down.
I believe this is the first race that I have seen Matt from Lubbock race.
He's been here. He's been here for a couple of weeks. We've had 2 Lubbock cars as of
I know we've had Lubbock cars, but I believe Matt, this is the first time I've seen Matt.
I know this is probably the first time you've seen Matt, but it is not the first time that the stream has seen him. You've seen him for a few weeks now here, stream. That is Rick and Ridgepoint now sitting here doing a little battle here through the infield with Lubbock just in the oval section here. Really giving a little bit of a fight here between Rick Allen and Ridgepoint from Dillon. Nice deep send there.
Oh wow, man, these guys are really good at cutting these corners.
Absolutely, these cars are really mongrels here. They're really wild animals. You can just chuck them in. Really, you don't want to necessarily put a hard brake. You want to toss the car in and just kind of over accelerate. That's Rick now all the way up against the wall.
I couldn't even tell if he actually touched the wall there or not.
A little brake lock there.
Oh.
Yeah, these cars you really just want to toss into the corner and hope it sticks to be fast with how light these cars are. They can handle it.
That makes sense, yeah.
Rick on the bottom. Ridgepoint now all the way up against the wall, moving a little bit down. Rick's got the move made here to get his lap back.
He knows the racing line. I've raced it a million times.
Well, while we're quoting Gran Turismo here, I believe that we're working on getting Gran Turismo into TexSEF. That's Rick taking a bit of a shortcut there, getting a little bit punished for it. Going to have to give that time back with the speed penalty. But back to the flags, you know, our original statement
Oh,
here.
yeah.
We spoke over the red flags and we kind of tore away from there. You have blue flags, you have red flags. There's a black flag
What's a blue flag? We didn't say what a blue said. Red flag was the whole race stops. Yellow flag is be cautious.
Yes.
Blue flag.
Okay, so a blue flag, really a blue flag is to let a driver know that there's someone faster, there's a lap ahead car. So really to relate it here, Rick getting passed on Ridgepoint is getting his lap back, but he's going to have blue flags being waved at him, letting him know that, hey, there's a car there's a lead car ahead of you that's trying to lap you. It means get out of the way, really. It's just like, hey, faster car, move. A lot of times it happens in endurance racing more often than not. When you're doing, you know, big courses, you have different series going in. You have GTPs, you have LMP2s, and you have GTDs all running around the same course. So you have pretty much anywhere from like a giant prototype car that is completely custom made from the ground up, 4-speed. That's Rick absolutely cooking it through the bus stop here, locking them brakes up. Not sure what's happening there. Maybe just trying to give the fight back to Ridgepoint, but that is Grapevine now with a little bit of a time penalty he's going to have to serve here, and now he's back up to speed. But in endurance racing, you have anything from a custom-made prototype made from the ground up by a company to pretty much a stripped-down street car racing on the same track, and usually those street cars are getting the blue flags waved at them because those prototypes are trying to swing on by them and run their own race. Rick absolutely cooking it through this bus stop here as well. But black flags, of course, are to let you know you got a penalty. You have to dive into the pit lane to serve it. Usually a time penalty, or it can be something else, some kind of penalty you have to serve during the race. You have all kinds of different flags. Otherwise, you have a black flag with an orange circle in the middle. We, in the race world, usually call that a meatball. It usually means that because your car is taking so much damage that the
it's like a required pit. Like, yo,
yes,
man, you ain't got a front tire. Get in the pits, man. What are we doing?
Pretty much, it's like, hey, you got damage. Get off the track. Get off the track, man. You gotta go get that fixed. You know, you're missing half your car. Go fix it.
Hey, you don't have a steering wheel. What are you doing?
Actually, speaking of steering wheel, Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s done that in the middle of a race. His wheel popped off, and he had to grab the steering prop shaft and hold it there for a few seconds before he could manage to re-grab that wheel and put it back on the spot.
Oh, wow, man.
He said it kind of rubbed his hand raw from having to just sit there with your hand with a... I mean, he had a racing glove on.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't they normally have gloves on?
Yes, I think he was going about 190 miles an hour, though. Ooh. So having to hold that in the middle of a turn just to try and reach around for that wheel and grab it, put it back on, that's some serious stuff. He's definitely the descendant of Dale Earnhardt Sr. But yes, there is all kinds of flags that you get in racing.
Is there a pink flag in racing?
I do not know if there's a pink flag. I have not seen any. If there is, let me double check.
Yeah, you kind of you got to guess all the colors, right?
All colors.
All the colors.
I don't believe there is a pink flag.
There is not a pink flag. There's the checkered flag. There's the meatball flag. The blue with the yellow stripe, which is get out of the way.
Yes. There is another flag. There's a yellow and red stripe flag. So that is to let drivers know that there is debris on the track.
Okay, so it's similar to the
similar to
yellow.
The caution flag, but with slightly different, because the yellow flag is usually just for a little single thing going on, like, hey, beware, there's something up here. But a yellow with red is usually because there's something on the track, whether it be like a bunch of dirt on the track that can get into the tires and throw your grip off. Could be ice on the track. Could something go on that just kind of upsets how the car can behave because of the tires. It happens sometimes at Bathurst in Australia, a really big track there in the mountain section. Sometimes they'll throw out a yellow and red flag going through the mountain section because there's a bunch of dirt that gets up on there and sand from all the surrounding debris because you have sand traps, so cars rejoining the track can leave just crap on the track and it can mess with you. There's been times where a driver will spin out because another car from earlier left some sand on the track from when they rejoined, and the car gets into that sand, spins out because it just messed up the traction. But I believe that's the majority of all the flags. To my knowledge, there might be more, there might be less. Well, I don't think there's any less, but I think that's the main ones you really got to pay attention to. If there's any more, chat, let me know, and we'll definitely cover them.
Using this information about the sand on the road, we should do like a what's the sport? The curling with but with race cars.
There might be a thing about that. I don't know.
I mean,
I'm not sure.
there is the thing that I've seen online where it was a wet plate. Do you know what that is?
A wet plate?
Yes. So it's like a stainless steel plate that's like covered in water. And so whenever you drive onto it, your car will start to drift immediately into a random direction. You gotta counter steer to try and correct
Oh,
it.
I see. It's just for defensive driving. It's to help you recover and get better at your driving skills.
Yeah, and so I imagine turn that into a sport, right? Yeah.
I believe that is a sport. It's called drifting.
Olympic sport, right? We get NASCAR in the Olympics. We get car curling in the Olympics, right? So you have the plate, and you gotta kind of like mop away a path so the cars don't drift as bad.
Oh no, I don't know if I like that much. I mean, you have hockey when you have the
That's true.
giant machine that goes in and kind of smooths over the
The
surface.
Zamboni.
Yeah, the Zamboni. Thank you. I was absolutely dunking on that word. But there's that. That's pretty cool, I would say. Me personally, so that's a big one. But while we're here just for a minute, we're going to put you on board of Mr. Rick Allen here, closing in the lap on Ridgepoint. We're going to let you take a lap here with him, really experience what the TexSEF commissioner is all about here. And we're back. You were just on board with Mr. Rick Allen, the boss man himself, the TexSEF commissioner, kind of tapping that wall after that one. Maybe you got a little bit of broadcaster curse off of that one.
Yeah. Yeah. He was what, at like 35 before. Now he's down to
Now he's down to
47.
47.9.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but we believe in you, Coach.
We believe in you indeed.
You know, this morning, a bunch of us were 5-stacked in Overwatch with Coach today, and it was a lot of fun. He's a great guy.
He is. He's kind of the main reason we're all here, you know. Being the TexSEF commissioner and the esports coordinator for Texas A&M Texarkana really pulled all of us here, whether that be members or former students of TexSEF or other people from other organizations. It's been good to have Rick Allen here. He's kind of the big, he's the glue that holds us all together, you know. So it's also really cool to see him hop in the car as well and race every now and again, make his little contributions here in the TexSEF League when usually it's just all of us students here holding it down, but it's all held down with Rick here. Rick cooking it through the last bus stop once again.
Why use the race line when I can go through when I can just drive across?
He's a lawnmower, don't you know? He's part lawnmower.
It's Pythagoras' theoremisms.
Oh man.
The fastest way between 2 points is a straight line. Or in this case, across the grass.
That is true, you know. That is fair. And also into the grass he goes once again. Really just getting a good listen here to what the car from Grapevine sounds like, giving you just a good idea here.
What are you pulling up?
We're just pulling up the Discord for when the race ends here. We're gonna hop aboard the Ridgepoint
it's already
car.
10 minutes remaining.
Absolutely, 11 minutes is remaining out of the 35-minute race. And here we
Looks
are
like Coach's
live.
gap is getting even bigger as time goes on.
Not sure if it's a car issue or if it's a skill issue from the driver as of Mr. Rick Allen's part. Maybe it's all the issues that he's been dealing with, all the stress that he's been put under of wrangling us all here at Texarkana.
Oh yeah, I
You
mean,
know,
like look at all the people in the crowd on the race. I mean, he had to get all those people there.
That is true. He got every single one of them there. He's been doing work day and night, making sure that everyone is having fun and everyone is doing what they're supposed to here, fulfilling their responsibilities, whether you're in the crowd, whether you're in the car, or whether you're watching from home. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of TexSEF in some way, form, or fashion. We are so eternally grateful for every single one of you. Ridgepoint just sanding into turn one here, almost punching into that wall. Is right. These cars are pretty much mosquitoes. You know, they're little four bangers, 4 cylinders in the motor.
So what, little 4 speeds?
I think they are a 5-speed 4-cylinder. So it's 5 gears in the transmission and 4 cylinders in the motor. These cars weigh almost nothing. I can pick them up. I've been to a couple of these races for these Formula 4s, these Ray F1600s. They're really light little machines. You can pick them up.
Well, I think we have 2 very different definitions of light, but
that is fair. My light for a car is pretty light. It weighs about as much as a smart car, if not way
I
less.
couldn't tell you the weight of one of those.
It's only like probably a couple thousand pounds.
Yeah.
These cars probably weigh maybe 1,400 pounds, if that.
Wes, that is 10 times my weight.
Hey.
That is actually more than 10 times my weight. That is 14 times my weight.
We will double check on that as I misspell weigh. Actually, they're lighter than I said. that can be anywhere from 800 pounds to 1,100, depending on the weight for the driver, fuel, and specific series regulations. The model here in
8 of me
iRacing
to
is about
10 of me.
1,111 pounds.
Yeah. 8 of me to 10 of me. Yeah. Wes, you're gonna be lifting the car. I will be cheering you on.
Well, you can lift it by the front axle.
I will be
Really,
hitting
just
you
pick
with
it up.
that Bardic inspiration
Bardic
for
inspiration.
the extra
Some D&D
D6
references
strength
here.
check.
Yes, these cars are absurdly light compared to the other vehicles in the TexSEF series. We'll double check on how much the average weight of a GT3 car weighs, just to see.
Wow, that was like 3 times the weight. That is insane.
Double check here.
It's
Yeah.
about the same.
About
No, it is about
2,600
twice.
to 2,800 pounds on average.
Between 2 to 3 times.
About 2.23-ish, somewhere in there. Going from like 8 to 900 pounds to 2,600 is a vast difference here between the weight of the car and also size. You know, these F1600 cars, these Formula Fords, are probably about 8 or 9 feet in length. I think an average GT3 car
That
is
is
at least
also
15.
twice my height.
I don't know.
I'm 5'4", so
It's a little under.
you take 2 of me, cut the head off one of them, you got a car.
We'll double check on the size here. Or sorry, I was a little off. They are about 11.5 feet.
Okay, so 2 of me.
About 2 of you, yeah.
2
they're
of me.
probably about 2 of me because I'm about 6'3", so that's about 12'6". So I'm about 2 of me. Cut my head off, and you probably got it.
Yeah. That is the length of 2 of me and the mass of 10 of me. So that's interesting.
We'll check and see how big a GT3 is. Usually about 182 to 183 inches. So let's see.
Divide that by 12. What do you get?
Looking at my favorite car here in the GT3 series, the C8 Corvette. I like the C7 a little bit more, but the C8 is the modern one. It's about 188.7 inches. For the C7, for the C8 is about 182. So a little bit shorter between the C8 and the C7 generations. Rick in the pit lane, probably for his scheduled stop. There's Ridgepoint now serving a little bit of a penalty. Lubbock now getting that second place away from Rick, so that's really good on his part from the Lubbock car, so that's good news to hear. Seeing Grapevine in the pits isn't very good because now he's 2 laps down, so that's unfortunate to see. That is Ridgepoint now lapping Lubbock down now 2 laps here.
Oh my lord. They caught up to Coach. The Coach is in 3rd place now, which is getting very close.
So for that, an update on the length from bumper to bumper on the C8 Corvette for the GT3 series is about 15.5 feet. So I was a little bit off, a couple of feet off.
So 3 of me this time. All right. There's
the
some
average
long
GT3
cars.
is probably about 15 feet or so.
Just some long cars.
I mean, it's the length of an average car. All you do is you strip it down, you put all the race gear in it, and you call it good. You know.
But there might be a little bit more to it than that. But I feel like that covers the pretty basic grounds of it.
Pretty basic, you know. You strip down all the stuff that you don't need. You replace all the glass, really with plexiglass, so that way it doesn't shatter all over the place. Then you put all the race gear in it, like your seats, your roll cage. You put in the kind of modify the engine and transmission a bit. You beef up the axles. You put different axles. So the Corvette C8 in real life, the street model is about a 5-lug car. For the GT3, the axles are fixed and changed to a 1-lug, a single lug in the middle, just like all GT3 cars now are single lugs.
Yep.
They also run bigger brakes as well, and they run also carbon ceramic brakes, which are a little bit different than the Streets variant. Streets variants usually run just a regular ceramic brake set, so the race is a little bit more heightened. There's also, you know, your race arrow from your canards to your spoiler. Then your race vents
I don't know what some of these words are. That's like
it's all the
Yankee
aerodynamics
Doodle,
and all the engine stuff.
Yankee Doodle went to town.
Yankee Doodle went to town, indeed, and he went to town and got himself a race car. Just to compare that to the third car of the series, a street stock. Let's see here. Just double check on the
I'm
street
so
stock.
sorry, Mike. I did not mean to rub my gum wrapper all over
That is okay.
the mic, trying to spit my gum out in a clean way.
Looks like a street stock is a little bit longer than the GT3 car. Looks about to be about 16 to 18 feet. Just another street stock, or just another street car that is completely stripped down. The bodies are usually replaced. You take the chassis off the car, and you kind of you get just like a big unibody steel body, just a giant metal tub. Then you strip the car down. And you toss in a wheel, you toss in a seat, you toss in some gauges, and you're going. That's it. That's all you do for a street stock.
Now, I don't know if you heard the story. It was a popular story around 2021, 2022, where a cop, or it was like a police sheriff, was trying to reduce street racing in the town. So he made a coordinated event where he would build a car for street racing. Do not street race. I'm gonna say that before I finish the
Yes,
story.
do not break
Do
any
not
street
street
laws.
race. It is
We do
dangerous.
not recommend breaking any laws of any kind.
We do not condone breaking any rules. But they made it like a coordinated event where this cop, the sheriff, would use his own money to buy parts to upgrade a car
Oh yes, I remember seeing
that
that.
the people who wanted to street race could race.
Yes, I do remember seeing something like that. He got a bunch of kids and people that were doing street racing and told them if they can beat him, they can do whatever they want. But as long as it's not street racing, it's fine. And then he built a car out of his own money. They went to a drag strip and they raced.
Yep.
And now, actually, there's more things like that. You know.
I think they're making it more of an annual thing.
Yes,
if
there
I
is an
remember
annual
correctly.
thing. I believe it's in North Carolina. Don't quote me on that. You know, I might be telling you wrong.
It's too late. I already clipped all of stream. It's
Oh,
on the
man.
internet. It's on Twitter. You're
Oh,
blowing up
man.
on Twitter.
Well, anyway, it's now an annual thing where they go to a drag strip and a bunch of cops, a bunch of police officers take custom-built little race cars and they race people with them at the drag strip. You know, it's a lot of fun that I've seen. I really thought about doing it, but I don't feel like driving. You know, 12 hours to go race at a track and then drive back home. It's a lot of driving to do. But here in the
That is
last
fair.
minute here, it's the last lap. You have Ridgepoint. We're going to let you ride on board with him and experience the last lap of celebration here for Ridgepoint. One more corner and Ridgepoint has taken the victory here, taken the checkered flag, and he has taken the win here.
So this oh, and he is drifting. He's
That's a little happy spin. You know, he's going to do a little bit of victory celebration here.
Woo! Spins.
Oh yeah, he's making sure he's happy.
He's happy. Happy dog. Oh, I'm a
Little wall tap.
happy dog.
So he's going to melt those tires here and get himself a little burnout here.
Oh,
Crunches the nose there.
I think we kind of need a bigger area for this.
Oh, that's okay. He's doing fine here. He's just shoving that wall and making sure he gets his burnout in for celebration. Back into the wall.
Dude.
Backs into a wall.
Imagine if this was regular, customary etiquette at professional real-life races.
I don't think so. he might get in a bit of trouble with his team, just
Yeah.
slamming the wall back and forth. He's doing a little
What are
bit
you
of
doing
a
to my
pinball
million
effect here.
dollar car?
These cars probably cost like 30 grand to
Oh, okay.
make, so they're not too expensive in relativity to a lot of the other cars, like the GT3 cars. Those are probably
Womp
200,
womp womp womp.
300,000.
Womp 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 womp
A
womp
little bit
womp.
of a Max Verstappen run here
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
my coworker here. That's Ridgepoint kind of rocking the car back and forth in celebration. But we're going to be right back with you as we try and get a hold of the race winner here, as well as Mr. Rick Allen, just to get a little bit of an interview. So we'll be right back with you. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, and we're back. We have here the winner of the race, Mr. Dylan from Ridgepoint. Dylan, you won. This is the third race in a row. That's a heck of a
Back
win,
to
man. You
back
had
to
2 laps to Lubbock and Mr. Rick Allen there. Bit of an exciting race today. It was a bit of an exhibition with Mr. Rick Allen, TexSEF commissioner and the leader of the TexSEF iRacing here. How do you feel?
I'm feeling great. 3 times in a row, back to back to back. There's no better feeling than winning.
I don't doubt that. Winning is a great feeling to have. So it's also really cool to say that you won 3 times in a row, especially. That's a big victory. Not a lot of people can say they've done that. It's definitely special. So really, what's going through your head right now?
If you're not first, you're last. That's
If
what
you're
was
not first,
that
you're
was
last. Really, Ricky Bobby
yeah,
mentality here in the
I was
TexSF
thinking.
iRacing League. Well, Dylan, third race. We're halfway through the season at this point. This is Charlotte. Next week we have another big race, but we're changing it up. We're going back across the pond. We're going back to Britain. We're going to Olton, but we're doubling down
Yes.
in the F1600s. Next week is going to be the last week of the F1600s. Are you sad or are you happy to see him go?
Um, I'm sad. I really like this car. It feels really intuitive. You can feel everything in this car. That's why I was showing off with those spins.
Yeah, that's what we thought you were doing there on that back straight coming to the first bus stop. But yes, you do feel a lot in these cars. These cars are pretty light, and there's no power steering. You just have the rod to the linkage and the linkage to the wheels. So really, you do feel just about everything you can with this car. It's about 1,100 pounds. We were saying that in stream how light this car is. 4 cylinders, 5 gears, I believe. Correct me on
It's
that.
4 gears.
4 gears. I'm sorry. I was wrong a little bit on that part. Some series do run the 5 gears, but I guess in iRacing it is the 4 gear. Uh, but this is the last official race here at Charlotte. We're going to go back to Olton Park in next week, so that's going to be a lot of fun to see. So we
Yep.
can't wait to see
Exciting.
that, and we'll see where it's going to be for yourself. So Dylan, one more question for you. Is there anybody you want to thank? Anybody you want to congratulate or shout out here for the race?
Again, I thank the to the TechSEF. It's very fun. This fun races. I can show off my skills. I can race on Mondays and Fridays when I can just relax but I like racing, so racing's the best thing of me. And as you can see, I like to race. I like to win, of course. And it was very fun to have the TexSEF in race. I try to fight them, but nobody wants to fight the beast, right? But I guess.
The beast. Yeah, absolutely. Well, Dylan, thank you for stopping by, and we're going to let you go celebrate that win.
Yeah. Thank you.
Absolutely. We'll see you on Monday. Bye bye. And that was the race winner of Richmond. We'll be right back as we try and grab a hold of Mr. Rick Allen.
Hey, what's going on? Jump up there. All right, cool.
And we're back. We have Mr. Rick Allen, Grapevine, class of 1992. Rick, you didn't win, but you got close. You were fighting
I
there to get
made
your
the
lap back
podium.
in the fight with him.
Made the podium. That's all that matters.
You made the podium.
But,
That you did. So you were fighting there with Ridgepoint for a while. Were you giving him tough love, or was he giving you a hard time?
well, like I let him pass me and kind of kept up with him a little bit. And there were points where I thought I could pass him, and he was taking like a shorter angle versus a longer, faster angle. And I think I just ended up hitting the wall a little bit. And just everything was just done by then. And it was fun though. A little bit of racing I got to do with him. It was a good time. It was a good time.
It was a lot of fun here in the booth to see you race them. But you locked up your brakes quite a few times. Was that a strategic move, or were you just?
Well, I'm trying to start a new trend. There wasn't enough smoke on the track, and it was too clean. So
It was
there
too
was a few
clean.
times where I was like going into the chicane, and that first turn, like my eyes just, I don't know. I just got lost and um, didn't hit those turns like I wanted to. After the first few laps, I got used to it and got back in the groove. I haven't driven this car in a long time. The track, of course, I'm familiar with, but it was fun getting used to it. And
Absolutely. Well, speaking of, you haven't
that,
driven these cars in a long time. I know I've heard from the grapevine. Speaking of grapevine, but I've also seen that you race in the Mazda Miatas. You've been racing the GR86s and the open races. How does it compare to these little Formula Fords, these F1600s?
you got to pay more attention to trail braking, and they don't have any of the analog or, um, there's a little bit more brains involved with these. You got to really worry about your momentum and keeping, all that physics happening. And if you just mess up just a little bit, all of a sudden you're super slow and you're in the wrong gear and just hit that. There was one lap I thought I did pretty good. I think I got 134, and it was just one of those laps where I tried something and it worked, and it was like it just felt right all around the track. And then the second track, I tried to go faster, and, and it didn't work. I was like, okay, I just need to be safe. Safer is faster a lot of times.
Absolutely. Safe is smooth and smooth is fast, don't you know? Well, Rick, you didn't win, but hey, you got close. This being your exhibition race, you messaged me, you told me you wanted to have fun and race with them and see how they fared against you. How do you think they fared?
Oh, they blew me out of the water. They're great racers. I can't wait to see them at Undisputed. And big things happening for TexSEF iRacing. Love it.
Absolutely. Well, Rick, anybody you want to shout out, anybody you want to thank while you're up here in the booth and you got the microphone in your hand?
Oh, I always got to shout out to my wonderful beautiful wife and all my folks up there at A&M Texarkana. Appreciate y'all. TexSEF
All right.
people too.
Well, thank you, Rick. You have a good one, and we'll see you on Monday.
All right, see you soon.
Bye bye.
Bye.
All right, that was our third place finisher, Mr. Rick Allen, the TexSEF commissioner, Grapevine class of 1992. He's been out of school for a while, but he makes sure he lets us know when he's going to come around, and he makes sure to be good at what he does.
School us whenever he comes.
Absolutely. Well, that's going to be it for us, really. Not much of what we are having left here in the stream. We're going to put you on the schedule here, and we're going to see really what we have going from Monday. So taking a look here at the schedule for the spring 2026 schedule here, you have Next week, you have Olton. Olton is going to be a really fun track. We're going back across the pond. You heard me say it to Dylan from Ridgepoint. We're going to Olton, the international layout without the Hislop and the F1600s, which will be the last week to see these great little cars run. So sad to see them go, like what Dylan said, but it's a lot of fun to keep them switching up, keep it moving. So the week after that, we're going to go back to Olton. So we're staying in Britain for a couple of weeks here for the Monday and the Friday series, changing up from the F1600s, going from our little 11.5 foot, 1,000-pound little happy cars to the giant 3,000-pound, 15 to 18 foot little monsters, the GT3 series, which we will see it once again end of the next week. After that, we're coming back to the States. That's right, we're back to the U.S.
Yep, back
and
to
the second to
US.
last week. Back to Sobo, back to South Boston Speedway for the Monday to Friday series. We're going to see a lot of fun there.
Here.
Oh yeah, we got to turn left a little bit more just to make me happy, don't you know? It's what I'm used to. It's what I'm good to see. Some short track racing, so that's going to be the last time we're going to see that this season. Then on to the last week, Summit Point Raceway back into the United States for the last couple of weeks until TexSEF Undisputed. So we're going to end it off with what we started. We're going back to the GT3s, which is going to be a lot of fun to see. So check it out. We'll see you on Monday at Olton. Goodbye.
Have a great one, everybody.